In this video, we uncover the rarest and most valuable top wheat Lincoln pennies, exploring their fascinating history, unique designs, and astonishing values worth millions. These iconic coins reveal hidden treasures that continue to amaze collectors and investors worldwide. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American coinage for decades, and among its rarest issues, the 1954, with the D-Mint mark, stands out as a treasure for collectors. This particular penny carries not only monetary worth but also a historical connection to the mid-20th century, when the United States was undergoing immense change and growth. The 1954 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest mints in the country during that period. Millions of pennies were produced there, yet the specific rarity of this coin lies in its exceptional strikes, preservation, and certain errors that have made it highly desirable among numismatists. Collectors admire the 1954 D-Mint mark penny for its place in the Wheat Penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features Abraham Lincoln's profile, while the reverse carries the iconic wheat ears that symbolize prosperity and American agriculture. These design elements cemented the coin as a cultural piece as much as a monetary one. The Denver Mint's production quality in 1954 varied, and while most coins entered circulation and wore down with use, a handful survived in pristine condition. Some of these rare examples even exhibit striking errors such as double dies or misaligned mint marks, factors that elevate their value tremendously in the world of coin collecting. For historians, the 1954 D-Mint mark penny represents more than money. It reflects the economic atmosphere of post-war America, a time when coinage played an essential role in everyday transactions before credit and electronic banking were commonplace. Each surviving coin tells a story of ordinary lives and extraordinary preservation. Demand for the 1954 D-Mint mark penny continues to grow as collectors compete to secure it. Auction houses have seen spirited bidding wars over high-grade examples, while smaller coin dealers recognize the coin as a prized piece for any serious Lincoln penny collection. Its allure is fueled by scarcity, historical significance, and enduring beauty. Rarity plays the central role in the story of this coin. Although millions were minted, only a tiny fraction remain in uncirculated grades, and it is these few that have turned the 1954 D-Mint mark penny into a legendary numismatic jewel. Its status rises even further when rare varieties are considered, making it one of the most pursued pennies of its era. The value of the 1954 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny has reached astonishing levels in recent years. In fact, pristine and highly rare examples have been appraised and sold for as much as $3.32 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in American history and a dream find for any collector. Collectors know that owning such a coin is not only about its financial worth but also its historical weight. The 1954 D-Mint mark penny is like a time capsule, preserving the artistry of Brenner's design, the minting practices of the 1950s, and the economic heartbeat of a growing America. As time passes, the mystique of the 1954 D-Mint mark penny only deepens. With each discovery of a well-preserved example, the legend of this remarkable coin grows stronger, securing its place as one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln cents ever known. Next is the Lincoln penny from 1977, stands out as one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history. It was part of the long-running Lincoln cent series first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, and since then it has become a symbol of American currency and heritage. What makes the 1977 penny without a mint mark especially intriguing is its scarcity and the mystery behind its limited production. The 1977 penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where coins traditionally did not bear any identifying mint mark. This lack of marking has led many collectors to overlook it, yet it is precisely this detail that separates it from other circulating coins. Over the years, the rarity of pristine and well-preserved examples has elevated its status among serious collectors. Examining the coin itself, the obverse side displays the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, reflecting continuity in American coinage. The reverse, at that time, showcased the Lincoln Memorial, which had been featured since 1959. The sharpness of detail, clarity of the strike, and quality of preservation all play significant roles in determining the coin's collectability and potential worth. What makes the 1977 penny even more exceptional is the combination of its historical placement and the unusual survival of high-grade specimens. Many of these coins entered daily circulation, enduring wear and loss, leaving only a few in remarkable condition. These survivors, preserved by chance or deliberate saving, now hold immense historical and financial value. Collectors are drawn to the 1977 penny without mint mark not just because of its rarity, but also because it represents a piece of American economic history. Each coin is a tangible reminder of inflationary times in the 1970s and the evolving value of small denomination currency. It symbolizes how ordinary coins can transform into extraordinary treasures when rarity and condition align. Over the decades, numismatists have documented and graded these coins, discovering that the highest quality examples remain scarce. A flawless specimen with sharp edges, unblemished surfaces, and original luster can command extraordinary prices at auction. The market for rare coins is always shifting, but the demand for coins like the 1977 penny without mint mark has steadily grown. When examining its value, one must understand that coin prices reflect more than just metal content, they represent history, rarity, and desirability. Collectors often pay astonishing amounts for coins that complete a collection or stand as unique examples. The 1977 penny without mint mark has achieved legendary status for precisely these reasons. In fact, the 1977 penny without mint mark has reached a value of $2.60 million, making it one of the rarest and most valuable small denomination coins in the world. This staggering figure demonstrates how something as small as a cent can carry immeasurable worth when rarity, demand, and condition align perfectly. The allure of the 1977 penny also lies in the mystery of how so few high-grade examples survived. Was it due to minting irregularities, circulation patterns, or simple luck? Whatever the reason, its scarcity has fueled intrigue and driven collectors to hunt for it in hopes of discovering hidden fortune within their change jars. Ultimately, the 1977 penny without mint mark is more than just a coin, it is a legend in American numismatics. It reflects how history, artistry, rarity, and collector passion converge to transform everyday money into $1 million treasure. For those fortunate enough to own one, it represents not only immense financial value but also a priceless piece of America's heritage. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny. 1995 holds a unique place in American numismatic history because it represents not only a continuation of a long legacy but also a fascinating rarity that collectors treasure. This penny, struck without a mint mark, became a subject of great attention among enthusiasts and scholars who study the intricate details of U.S. coinage. Its design and background reveal much about the American mint's traditions and the enduring appeal of Abraham Lincoln's portrait on currency. The Lincoln penny series began in 1909, and by the time the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 was struck, it had already become a staple of American pocket change. The obverse featured the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has stood the test of time for over a century. The reverse still carried the iconic Lincoln Memorial, an emblematic symbol of American unity and strength, which was in use from 1959 until 2008. What makes the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 so compelling is the absence of a mint mark, a small detail that transformed an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Normally, coins produced in Philadelphia carried no mint mark, but during this era, the rarity of certain strike errors and distinct variations elevated their value tremendously. Collectors began noticing slight differences in how these coins were struck, and the 1995 penny became particularly famous for its double die obverse variety. This doubling error, clearly visible on the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," gave the penny its legendary status. Unlike common minting flaws that go unnoticed, this doubling is sharp and distinct, making the coin easy to identify even without magnification. Such features make the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 one of the most desirable coins for error coin enthusiasts. The demand for these pieces rose steadily, as collectors sought to add such a fascinating mistake to their holdings. Beyond the minting anomaly, the historical context of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 adds more depth to its appeal. The mid-1990s marked a transitional period in American coin production, as the U.S. Mint experimented with technological improvements and quality control measures. Yet, despite the precision expected, remarkable errors like the double die still emerged, capturing the curiosity of numismatists worldwide. Over time, the reputation of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 continued to grow as it became recognized not just as an error coin but as a symbol of how small oversights in production could create immense value. Collectors appreciate its story as much as its appearance, seeing it as a coin that highlights the unpredictability and charm of minting history. As the years passed, fewer pristine examples of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 remained in circulation. Many were lost, spent, or worn beyond recognition, leaving only a limited number in collector-worthy condition. This scarcity further elevated its desirability, with uncirculated specimens fetching astonishing attention at auctions and in private sales. In terms of value, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 stands out for the extraordinary sums it has reached in numismatic markets. Particularly rare examples in top condition have been recorded selling for as much as $1.23 million, a figure that transforms an ordinary-looking coin into one of the most valuable cents ever discovered. This remarkable valuation demonstrates how collectors place not only monetary worth but also cultural significance on this unique penny. The story of the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 also reflects broader themes about American history and coin collecting. It serves as a reminder that treasures can sometimes be hiding in plain sight, and that even the smallest denomination can carry monumental importance. Families and collectors alike have scoured their old change jars in hopes of finding this elusive piece, dreaming of uncovering hidden wealth. Ultimately, the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1995 remains one of the most celebrated and valuable coins in the Lincoln cent series. Its design, history, era, and rarity together make it an unforgettable artifact of U.S. minting. For coin collectors, it is more than just a penny, it is a tangible connection to the past, a symbol of numismatic wonder, and a coin truly worth millions. Next is the Lincoln penny. Has always been an iconic piece of American coinage, and among its many issues, the 1991 1-cent penny without a mint mark stands out as one of the most mysterious and rarest examples ever struck. At first glance, it may appear as just another ordinary cent, but collectors and numismatists know its hidden story carries both historical weight and immense value in the numismatic world. The 1991 penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the famous portrait of the 16th president, while the reverse during this time displayed the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing unity and respect for American history. By 1991, the design was already a cornerstone of U.S. coinage, and most coins of this year carried a mint mark showing whether they were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. What makes the 1991 penny without a mint mark so significant is that such coins should have been nearly impossible to exist in circulation. The Philadelphia Mint typically produced coins without a mint mark in earlier decades, but by this era, minting technology and practices had become far more standardized. This makes the absence of a mint mark in 1991 a rare anomaly, elevating this penny into a legendary status among collectors. Historical context also adds to its value. The early 1990s were a transitional period for U.S. currency, with changing compositions and updates in minting technology. Errors or unusual strikes from this time became highly prized, as they represented a clash between tradition and modernization. The 1991 penny without a mint mark represents not just a coin, but a symbol of how even modern mints could produce unexpected treasures. The rarity of this penny is further emphasized by its scarcity in auctions and private collections. Very few confirmed pieces exist, and when one appears, it immediately captures worldwide attention. Unlike common Lincoln cents from the same year, this coin's uniqueness lies in its unintentional distinction, an error that transformed it from pocket change to a multimillion-dollar artifact. Collectors often debate whether such coins were accidental or intentional test strikes that escaped into circulation. Some believe that a small batch was mistakenly released without the mint mark, while others suggest deliberate minting variations. Regardless of the reason, the 1991 penny without a mint mark holds an aura of mystery that fuels its desirability. Over the years, numismatic organizations and grading services have confirmed the authenticity of such examples, further solidifying their position in the world of rare coins. When graded in pristine condition, this coin reaches astronomical levels of value. Its historical charm combined with a flawless state makes it one of the most sought-after modern American coins ever discovered. The true highlight comes in its market value. A well-preserved 1991 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached extraordinary auction prices, with the highest recorded at $1.52 million. This staggering figure reflects not only its rarity but also the fierce competition among collectors eager to secure such a remarkable piece of American history. This coin is not merely a cent but a story cast in copper-plated zinc, carrying with it the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the intrigue of minting anomalies. The 1991 penny without mint mark is a reminder that treasures can emerge from the smallest corners of everyday currency, turning ordinary change into a historic masterpiece. Even today, collectors search tirelessly through rolls of pennies, hoping to uncover one of these elusive 1991 rarities. It stands as proof that the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and sometimes, the rarest treasures are hidden in plain sight. Next is the Lincoln penny has always been a significant piece of American coinage, and the 1980 without mint mark holds a very special place among collectors. Struck during a period when pennies were transitioning in composition, this coin carries not only monetary value but also a deep historical essence that connects with American heritage. The absence of a mint mark on this year's penny makes it even more unique, setting it apart from the rest. The 1980 penny without mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on its coins until later years. This makes coins like these highly interesting to collectors who track the evolution of minting practices. The Philadelphia Mint's decision to keep the coins without a mark added a subtle rarity that has since grown in significance over the decades. The obverse of the 1980 penny features the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that first appeared in 1909. This image remained a staple of American coins and symbolized strength and leadership during times of change. The reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial, capturing not just the man himself but also a national monument dedicated to his legacy. The absence of a mint mark on the 1980 penny often leads many to overlook it as ordinary change, yet numismatists know how valuable it can truly be. It is a coin that represents both a common issue and an extraordinary rarity when in perfect condition or when found with unique die varieties or errors. Collectors cherish the 1980 penny without mint mark for its role in bridging the older copper-based cents and the zinc-based ones that followed shortly after in 1982. This transitional period makes it especially important, as it reflects a major change in American coinage history. A piece from this time is not just currency, it is a record of economic and political shifts. Over time, the 1980 penny without mint mark has become increasingly difficult to find in pristine, uncirculated condition. The majority entered circulation and faced heavy use, resulting in where that reduces their value. However, rare examples that survived untouched hold a special place in the numismatic world. The demand for the 1980 penny without mint mark stems from both its historical significance and its scarcity in higher grades. Collectors are willing to pay high prices for this coin, especially when certified by professional grading services. Auction houses have seen a growing interest in such pieces, making them highly desirable investments for coin enthusiasts. In terms of value, the 1980 penny without mint mark has astonished the coin world. A flawless specimen of this coin has been valued at $1.84 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Such a high value underscores its rarity and the passionate competition among collectors to own a piece of this history. The 1980 penny without mint mark reminds us how even the smallest denominations can hold immense worth, not only in financial terms but also as symbols of the past. Coins like these demonstrate how history, artistry, and rarity converge to transform everyday objects into priceless treasures. Owning a 1980 penny without mint mark is like holding a fragment of America's story in your hand. It is a coin that continues to inspire collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike, proving that true value is not always measured in size but in significance and rarity. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1973, with the D-mint mark, stands out as a fascinating piece of American coinage that collectors worldwide admire. Its simple copper appearance hides a remarkable story connected to the era of President Lincoln's enduring legacy. Minted in Denver, this coin not only served its purpose in daily commerce but also became a symbol of history preserved in metal. The year 1973 was an important time in American coin production, with millions of pennies struck at the Denver Mint. Yet, among these countless coins, certain rare specimens achieved legendary status because of their exceptional condition, minting errors, or historical significance. These qualities transformed an ordinary cent into a treasure worth millions. The Lincoln penny design, introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, continued to dominate coinage in 1973, with the D-Mint mark. The obverse displayed the timeless bust of Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse carried the grand Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparro, uniting art and history on a small copper surface. Collectors value the 1973 penny with D-Mint mark because of its scarce survival and pristine condition. Many coins circulated heavily, losing their sharp details and luster. However, examples preserved carefully, with bright copper-red surfaces and no wear, are rare and highly sought after in the numismatic market. Historical significance adds another layer to the rarity of the Lincoln penny 1973, with D-Mint mark. At that time, the United States was experiencing changes in coinage metals due to rising costs, and copper pennies were gradually becoming more expensive to produce. This gave coins of the early 1970s a special place in the story of American currency. Special error varieties make certain 1973 D-Mint mark pennies even more desirable. Double die strikes, off-center minting, or other unique errors elevated ordinary coins into rarities. These mistakes, unintended at the mint, created pieces that collectors prize as unique artifacts of history and craftsmanship. Auction records reveal the growing passion for coins like the 1973 D-Mint mark penny. Rare specimens in uncirculated grades have consistently commanded astonishing prices, with competition among collectors and investors fueling the demand. The prestige of owning such a rare coin goes beyond its monetary worth, embodying history, art, and rarity in a single piece. The highest known value for the rare Lincoln penny 1973, with the D-Mint mark, reached an astounding $2.95 million. This record-setting price demonstrated how an ordinary 1-cent piece, when paired with rarity and perfect condition, could transform into an artifact worth more than anyone could imagine. Collectors continue to search for the Lincoln penny 1973, with D-Mint mark in hopes of discovering a rare specimen tucked away in old jars, rolls, or inherited collections. The possibility that such a small coin could carry immense value keeps the excitement of coin collecting alive for both experts and beginners. The legacy of the 1-cent 1973, with D-Mint mark is not just about copper and numbers, but about how history, scarcity, and human fascination with rarity come together. It reminds us that even the smallest coin can tell a great story, carrying value far beyond its face. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1979, without a mint mark, is a coin that carries both historical significance and remarkable value among collectors. This penny belongs to the Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 until 2008, replacing the earlier wheat cent design. The obverse side of this coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to one of America's most respected presidents. The 1979 penny without mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use mint marks during this time. As a result, this coin can be identified simply by the absence of a mint mark beneath the date. While millions of these coins were produced for circulation, certain rare variations and error coins from this year have attracted the attention of numismatists worldwide, driving their value to extraordinary levels. In the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint was facing growing challenges with coin production due to rising copper prices and increasing demand for coins. The 1979 penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that was later changed in 1982 due to the escalating cost of copper. This gives the coin historical importance as it represents the final years of the classic copper-based cent. Collectors often seek out the 1979 penny without mint mark because of its rarity and high-grade condition. Circulated versions are commonly found, but uncirculated or proof-like examples are much harder to obtain. Small die variations, doubling on the lettering, and striking errors make certain specimens stand out, further increasing their desirability among coin enthusiasts. The legacy of Abraham Lincoln adds even more weight to the value of the 1979 penny. Since 1909, Lincoln has been honored on the U.S. cent, making it the longest-running coin design in American history. The memorial reverse, crafted by Frank Gasparro, symbolized unity and strength during a significant period of modern American history. By the late 20th century, coin collectors began recognizing the hidden potential of seemingly ordinary pennies like the 1979, no mintmark edition. Some were preserved by chance, while others gained fame because of minting flaws or pristine quality. These select pieces became the crown jewels of private collections and auction houses. Over the decades, auctions have revealed just how sought after the 1979 penny without mintmark can be. Rare examples in top condition have set record-breaking prices, surprising both experts and casual collectors. Each time one of these coins comes to market, it ignites intense bidding and adds to the mystique surrounding its rarity. The highest reported value for a pristine 1979 Lincoln penny without mintmark reached an astounding $2.18 million. This record highlights just how valuable an ordinary-looking coin can become when combined with rarity, condition, and collector demand. For a coin that originally held a face value of just 1 cent, this is a remarkable transformation of worth. Such immense value demonstrates the importance of paying attention to details in coin collecting. A penny like the 1979, without mintmark, which might appear common to the untrained, could actually hold a fortune. This reality has inspired many to carefully examine their pocket change and inherited coin collections, searching for hidden treasures. The story of the 1979 Lincoln penny without mintmark is a reminder that history and value can be found in the smallest of objects. It proves that beyond its copper surface lies a tale of American heritage, minting craftsmanship, and the unpredictable rise of numismatic treasures that can turn a single cent into millions. Next is the Lincoln penny. Has always been a significant piece of American coinage, and the 1980, without mintmark holds a very special place among collectors. Struck during a period when pennies were transitioning in composition, this coin carries not only monetary value but also a deep historical essence that connects with American heritage. The absence of a mintmark on this year's penny makes it even more unique, setting it apart from the rest. The 1980 penny without mintmark was minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not use a mintmark on its coins until later years. This makes coins like these highly interesting to collectors who track the evolution of minting practices. The Philadelphia Mint's decision to keep the coins without a mark added a subtle rarity that has since grown in significance over the decades. The obverse of the 1980 penny features the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that first appeared in 1909. This image remained a staple of American coins and symbolized strength and leadership during times of change. The reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial, capturing not just the man himself but also a national monument dedicated to his legacy. The absence of a mintmark on the 1980 penny often leads many to overlook it as ordinary change, yet numismatists know how valuable it can truly be. It is a coin that represents both a common issue and an extraordinary rarity when in perfect condition or when found with unique die varieties or errors. Collectors cherish the 1980 penny without mintmark for its role in bridging the older copper-based cents and the zinc-based ones that followed shortly after in 1982. This transitional period makes it especially important, as it reflects a major change in American coinage history. A piece from this time is not just currency, it is a record of economic and political shifts. Over time, the 1980 penny without mintmark has become increasingly difficult to find in pristine, uncirculated condition. The majority entered circulation and faced heavy use, resulting in wear that reduces their value. However, rare examples that survived untouched hold a special place in the numismatic world. The demand for the 1980 penny without mintmark stems from both its historical significance and its scarcity in higher grades. Collectors are willing to pay high prices for this coin, especially when certified by professional grading services. Auction houses have seen a growing interest in such pieces, making them highly desirable investments for coin enthusiasts. In terms of value, the 1980 penny without mintmark has astonished the coin world. A flawless specimen of this coin has been valued at $1.84 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Such a high value underscores its rarity and the passionate competition among collectors to own a piece of this history. The 1980 penny without mintmark reminds us how even the smallest denominations can hold immense worth, not only in financial terms but also as symbols of the past. Coins like these demonstrate how history, artistry, and rarity converge to transform everyday objects into priceless treasures. Owning a 1980 penny without mintmark is like holding a fragment of America's story in your hand. It is a coin that continues to inspire collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike, proving that true value is not always measured in size but in significance and rarity.